Just like that, I get all of my potions back. Oh god. I forgot to switch the team out. I'm such a noob. It's way too early. Definitely. I did not have to be up. Is what it is. I appreciate the people who want to keep me company. Just to pretend that I have a tank for now. Not that I actually want him. Just because, good god, he can be so bad. But he's the only tank I got. Sweet baby Jesus, why do I have 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 Celeste stones? Nani? Nani? Sweet baby Jesus. There in your little manger, I have a 4-star Celeste. Why the hell not? Okay. I have 4-star Celeste. Now I can actually have a proper tank. Yay. Two, 5. I have to be J-Bay. Work's a bitch. Figured I may as well, if I'm going to be up for work and working remote, may as well keep myself occupied and awake and busy the best I can while, keeping myself still available. May as well take advantage. I am technically working, yes. To be fair, it's not like I'm slacking. Like, I already have, like, all of my stuff that I currently need at the moment done. So, just call it me being ahead of schedule. You're gonna download? I don't even think you need to download. I think you can just either go on Facebook or find it on the browser and just try it. Unless you, I don't know what you're downloading. I don't know if it's this or something else, but, you know what? I honestly think you would enjoy it. So there are two different versions. There is a Facebook/browser version, um, like what they basically call just the web version, and then there is the mobile version that you can play on your phone. They are kind of two. They are extremely similar, but there are very what's the word? Nuanced? There are very small differences between phone version and web version. I have only played or have been playing the browser version. So I don't even play on Facebook. I actually play directly through the Hero Wars website, which is basically the same thing. Just I use my own separate email accounts as opposed to my Facebook profile in order to log in, but it's basically the same thing. I would say, like, for all intents and purposes, basically the same. in any case, I do recommend. It has been fun for me. I think you would enjoy it as something just to kind of kill time and all of that good stuff. I mean, hell, it's what I'm doing. As I'm trying to hit rank 1. Right now, I can't tell what rank I am until I hit level 20. But, I got a few more levels to go until I can actually tell. Care. I don't like that I have to, like, do these tutorials over. Not a huge fan, but it is what it is. Hold on. Because I don't allow website links on my chat. I just I DM'd it to you. Why are you giving me 2-star of a person that I don't want to use? Gross. I don't wanna. You can't make me. Don't make me do it, Babbitt. Don't do it. Was the right one? Okay, beautiful. Now, keep in mind, I'm trying to hit, like, the very lofty goal, which is not really. It's more just for shits and giggles. Me trying to hit rank 1 on every single server that I am on what is currently the newest server right now. I think when you first open up the game and sign up and all that, it'll probably assign you to one of the newer ones at random. I don't know if it guarantees that it'll put you in the newest one, but it'll put you in one of like the newer ones, which is like 170 something, 160 something by now, or whatever. Yeah. The tutorial stuff can be a little annoying, but it is helpful. They also have like kind of walkthroughs and stuff like that on their YouTube channel that the community members like to make and all that. It's kind of how I've learned how to get around everything and feel like I can like be a decent coach when it comes to all of this stuff. So, if there's anything that you need to know, any kind of tips or anything like that that you'd like, I am happy to help. Kayla, I don't want to use until I get her to block, which isn't good. A while to go. I can. Acne. Arachne is actually perfect for the composition that I'm trying to build. She does magic damage. And I want to build a team centered around magic damage. Right now, the current state of the game, magic damage is absolutely freaking broken. Let's see, thanks. Up. Not to say that physical damage people are like completely invalid or not viable. It's just more difficult to make them. They're easier to make work at the early game and like the early stages of the game, like when you're first starting out. But just if you're trying to actually rank up, especially in player versus player combat, it's just easier to have magic damage people just because their numbers are just so skewed. It's kind of insane. Especially you have someone like Arachne, who is basically, let's face it, she's basically Kerrigan from StarCraft. She gives you free crowd control. She gives you free stuns. She does magic damage. Her auto attacks still hurt because and this is what I mean, and I've said this before, like on the differences between mobile and like web or Facebook version. On the phone version, if you'll see, her skills do magic attack. Like you see how it says like damage 1276 depends on magic attack. So she's supposed to be like an AP like magic damage type person. She even has like a control thing, meaning that she's supposed to focus on like magic damage and like crowd control and stunning and everything like that. But on the phone version, her main hero stat is supposed to be intelligence. You know, intelligence, magic, it makes sense. Whereas in Facebook and web, she is agility. So it's her physical attack damage and her autos are going to do more damage than her actual magic attack and her spells are, which is it's fucking funny. So she's coded correctly on the phone version, but on the web version she's kind of coded incorrectly. So then comes the question, is this game cross-server? So, technically, yes. I don't think it's cross-platform. I don't think phone people can play with web or Facebook people, but technically the game is cross-server. As far as, like, certain aspects, when it comes to player versus environment, when it comes to PvE content, I think that's server only. As far as I know, I haven't seen anything that would indicate otherwise. But as far as player versus player, like PvP, there are certain things that are cross-server, that you compete with other people across different servers. But that usually doesn't happen until like past level 30. When you hit like guild activity and you hit stuff called like what's it called, like Clash of Worlds and Titan and elemental like Titan tournaments and everything like that. That's not until you hit like the middle to later like game levels and everything like that. When you first start out, everything is very focused on your own server and focused on like your own progression. Then later on you can hit cross server like stuff, but again, it usually focuses on PvP. Out. Okay. It's unfortunate because it's like when you there are so much about Arachne, the spider lady, that like her weapons do magic damage, her abilities do magic damage. When you try to build her up, like she focuses all about like magic damage and magic penetration and everything like that. But the fact that in web version she is coded like as an agility hero and her physical like auto attacks just hurt like hell, I'm always so tempted to just build her as like a physical damage threat and just say like, nah, we don't need any kind of like magic damage. Just focus on her autos and just basically treat her as if she's a marksman. Which, I mean, you technically could do and you could make work. It's just it's not ideal. Especially once you scale up later, like once you hit higher levels, she does start to fall off. Like she's still good. She's actually like one of the better people that you can use in order to level up and get you through like campaign and you know through you know, I saw that and that completely just made me lose my train of thought. Good job, J-Bay. I'm glad you have some penetration for me. Mwah. Good night, everybody. Oh man, oh man. Oh lordy. Yep, just get all the Monka TOS just out the way. Someone get the ban hammer. Report me to the Twitch overlords. Get me permabanned. Talking about penetration on the stream. Don't you know this is a very like family-friendly PG stream, guys? How dare we talk about penetration? Not close it down that way. Close it down. Leave the job for the day. Oh, so you mean just like take a break, you know, go to the van, just take a breakfast lunch break. You know, an extended downtime. I see. I see. I see. Very tempting. Very tempting. Service in bed. I mean, you know, for some people, the car is better than a bed. They like being on. They like moving in a place that you know you can be on the move. They like that kind of adrenaline, everything like that. They like being adventurous. So technically this is my main account, Vegito, but I'm on the newest server. I got a lot of my work out of the way on my main server and like my main stuff. Hold on, let me show ya. So right now I'm on the newest server that's out. I'm in 178. My main is this one over here in 171. This is where I am currently rank 6. So I kind of like try and hit rank 1 like just off stream and everything like that, just to get like my chores out of the way and all that. But I have like a couple that are spread here and there, but I'm just like chilling on the newest one right now just to kind of fuck around while I'm working on the side and all of that good shit. But don't tell my boss. Please don't tell my boss that I'm like still working on the side while gaming on browsers and everything like that. Oh no. In a Cadillac? And Cadillacs are shitty though. I need it to be in like a I need something a little fancier than that, J-Bay. If you're gonna try spoiling me like that, I deserve to be spoiled absolutely fucking rotten. Caddy ain't gonna do it. I need something extra fancy schmancy. Admire my dedication. Too lazy to manage more accounts for this game. Joke's on you. I don't see it as dedication. I see it as me being high functioning ASD and ADHD. So I literally can't keep my focus on one account for very long without just my attention span going wee off somewhere, you know? That's kind of just how my brain works. But you know what? If people call it dedication, then I am all for it. I am glad I can fool people. I mean, convince people. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I meant. Totally. Is there anybody that I can like just beat the ever living hell out of? Arena. Let me set up my team in defense and actually set up my proper people. Alternatively, it could be a superpower. You know what? I like the way you think. I'm loving the confidence being placed in me and my brain functions. I'm so happy. Oh my god. You know, I swear Astaroth was very, very low at one point, being absolutely nuked by them. And then he got healed by 3 people. Because, you know, for the low, low price of $2, you can get one of the most broken mage healers in the game and still be able to somehow carry the early part of campaign and tower, and I somehow managed to log into like 2 different days, so I got both the 10,000 gold, and then 10 minutes later I got Maya. Because that's just how the game works, I guess. So now I have a blue rank Celeste at level 20. Pretty happy. I'm pretty happy and satisfied overall. I call bullshit that I can't get a blue rank Astaroth. I call hacks there. How dare they? I can't get that either. Nani? Why? Why don't you love me? Love me, damn it. Love me! Yay. Oh no, that's only a +1 Maya. No. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. A lot of this shit is chapter 3. I'm like, that's okay. So I have 2 stuff from chapter 2 and a couple of things from chapter 3 that I can get. Overall, I'm doing okay. Although I'm not a fan of running out of energy like half hour into this, but you know. I do like the thought of having a blue rank Celeste. Oh no, I'm getting work emails. How dare they? Don't they know I'm streaming, guys? Can someone, like, find my work people and tell them to leave me alone? I'm busy. Sure, they'll understand. So, I don't know how familiar y'all are with, like, scented candles and everything like that, but I have been using... I have one for my desk in my office. From Tuscany Candle called Soothing Eucalyptus. It is made with eucalyptus and aloe. It is absolutely amazing. I would highly recommend. Honestly, it's a better and less expensive option than like the Yankee candles that you usually get from like, I don't know if you get them from Bed Bath and Beyond or Walmart or Bath and Body Works or whatever the fuck. But I like Tuscany. Tuscany is actually treating me very well, and I get it from Smith's. Actually, which is pretty sweet. So I would say I'm a fan. I have one in my living room that is oh my god, I want to call them Sakuras. Bleh, what's the English word for them? For Sakuras? Cherry Blossom. There we go. That took me a while. Fuck, I'm a weeb. I'm such a closet fucking weeb. I have rose blossoms, scented candles in the living room. I mainly use those for either when I'm cooking or usually like after I cook, or if I have people over just to kind of chill. And then I also have like tropical fruit in my actual bedroom, which is I think it's mango, citrus, and something else. Um, it's like very sweet, very fruity. Actually, like so nice to just like chill with. I like having that like right before I go to bed, if assuming I don't have the fan on or anything like that. So nice. I really like to use it when I'm like right about to take a nap in the afternoon. I'll just like throw that on, lie down, pass out for like an hour. It's brilliant. It's so nice. Agreed. I absolutely love the eucalyptus. It reminds me of a plant that I used to actually have and grow in my apartment. Before I went on one of my New York trips, and I gave the plant to my dad and my stepmom to watch until I came back. And when I came back, every single leaf on the plant was on the floor, and my plant fucking died. Meanwhile, I had kept that plant alive for like months, and then I was gone for like a week, 2 weeks, and my plant was dead. I was so sad. So, note to self, do not give my plants to my parents to get care of while I'm gone. I may as well just freaking carry the plant and just take it with me to like on the plane or some shit. Alright, my work email is actually getting blown the fuck up, so. What do these people want? You want? Leave me alone. Alone. Okay, that's 1. Three. I already do this? I feel like I already did this. Right? They really are. My God. You would think that they would just, like, actually, like, be more mindful. Like, don't they know I am just... Can't you see that I am busy here? I should just, like, scream them. I should just scream that at them immediately. Huh? And 4, 5. Okay. Chamber. It's those. Astaroth, why is your early games like, why are you so flimsy? Oh my God, like his early game is so bad. Like, don't get me wrong, he scales nicely, but oh my God, his early game sucks ass. His past as a support tank haunts him to this day. Ugh, I can only imagine. But it's okay though. Now I have Arachne doing pure damage. Why the hell not? I still still can't level him up as a tank. Oh my god. Trust me, like, I am dying. I am dying to get him as a, not him. I'm trying to get Aurora. But Aurora is a bitch to get for, new player and new accounts. Weirdly enough, Astaroth's stat distribution? Or I'm not familiar with distro, I'm sorry. But in Asgard is surprising that stat distribution in Asgard is surprisingly good. It's a little too good to be true. I mean, like I said, like, he scales very nicely. Like, don't get me wrong, I love using him in mid-late game levels. Just his early game just sucks. It sucks so bad. Then again, it's the same thing for Aurora. Her early game sucks too, but she scales like a fucking monster. Like, she is by far my favorite tank to use, especially on my main account. And the fact that I can use her for both like physical and magic damage comps is just chef's kiss. Just absolutely brilliant. Love using her. Absolutely love using. What do I do most nights? I mean, it depends on what day of the... It depends on, like, what day of the week it is. Most of the time, at nights, if I'm not streaming, I'm probably either just chilling and hanging with Jackie, like catching up on some TV show or anime, or I'm hanging with my friend Izzy, and just like either going to her burlesque shows or just like watching Agretzko. Or I'm just like dicking around on either League or TFT and just chilling and gaming. Again, it depends on what day of the week it is. I'll try and make plans depending on what it is. But no, I get it, J-Bay. I know we're all like a lot of us are on the clock still. I get it. Don't worry. I won't tell a soul. I'll be very good. I promise. I am out, honey. I am out of energy. Okay. Why? Bastards. Sick bastards. I love how it's telling me that I have a skin sale, but like I have a notification, but I'm not actually like. I guess it's just I have to like relog or some shit. Not sure. Because it keeps telling me I have the notification there, but it's like, well, don't. I already got the skin stones. Why are you telling me that I still need to get them? In other news, I have to pee like a fucking horse, and then I have some very quick. I have. I did. Okay, so in all seriousness, I do have some quick work stuff to do. on top of having to pee. I should be done in a few minutes, so I will be back. Actually, let me copy paste that into here so that way I don't get hit with any kind of bullshit by Twitch overlords saying that my audio has been muted, even though I literally have the permissions right here. But yeah, give me a few minutes for a bathroom break and some work shit, and I will be back in a little while. that was fun. I think we're all done and all caught up, though. I think. I hope. We'll see if they bother me in the next 2 minutes. But so far, so good. Oof. I also think I had too much coffee. My stomach is going blah, 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 blah. It ain't too thrilled. Oh hey, it's the Aurora that I want. But probably can't have just yet. Because she's basically a fucking cock tease! Also, I leveled. Sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to be back. Be able to get her up to rank yet? Just absolutely abuse the hell out of her diving into a backline. Not for nothing. At low ranks, that is absolutely broken. Nope, we cannot. Because we still have chapter 3 stuff to do. Bastards. How dare they make my life so difficult. Bastards. Dusty Cliff, I think it was. I mean, basically I need to do like almost the entirety of chapter 3. Basically what it comes down to. But enough about me and my rank 1 gameplay. How are y'all doing? How are y'all holding up on this fine Monday so far? I don't know what time zones y'all are in. Me, it is the absolute butt crack of fucking dawn. Sun isn't even up yet. Kill the monkey. Kill the Teemo. I am indeed in the United States. I am on the West Coast, so I am Pacific time. So to give you an idea, it is currently 0640. 6:40 a.m. depending on what format you use. AM, PM, or military time. That'll give you this idea. That indeed does explain the dawn. 240. So you're in Western Europe. Let's see. Let's see. You're in Central Europe. Oh, 240. Wait, no. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. 2. So Central Europe. I feel like it would I feel like Central Europe would be like 340 by now. Huh. But I'm also thinking like Germany and not like, cuz 240 if it's 5 hours if it's 5 hours ahead of Eastern United States time. Huh. I guess I'm off. Well, good afternoon to you. Trust me, I'm waiting for afternoon so that way I can take my nap. I need my siesta. I need my nappy nap. Okay, Astaroth is now a slightly beefier boy. Still can't buff up Maya. Son of a bitch. Can we try and buff up Phobos? Maybe, possibly. We're almost level 20. We can almost do expeditions. Okay, well, now Kayla can, if I ever decide to use Kayla for an AD comp, I can have her blow everyone the fuck up. Eat. Though, admittedly, we are not there yet. I need to get her more AD and actually make her feel good and all of that good stuff, because right now we have Galahad and Artemis as our AD, and oh, they are just so shit. They are so fucking bad. Look at me, I'm in the top 2,000. Look at me smurfing on these people. 4 people get to smurf on me. Like, 2 minutes. No biggie. No pressure. Go to Fur Valley. That's all the way down here. Ew, that's gross. That's so terrible, man. Artemis is quite decent late game, but she doesn't fit playstyle. Really? I feel like she's really bad. Like, I'm trying to think, like, because going through her kit, like, her blind is good. And her AoE can be, like, I feel like she's a good Outland option, but you have to, like, really invest a lot into her in order to make her good, and I feel like she's not worth it, because even if you try using her in Outland, there are just better options. If you try to use her in PvP, there are better options. Like, so I'm trying to think. So her white ability is just basically just a scatter shot that just hits everybody. You have other people who do a better job. Like, you have Kira, who hits everybody. You have Ginger, who hits everybody. You have Daredevil, who hits everybody and burns them. You have Fox, who hits everybody and blinds them. So she just gets completely overtaken for her white ability. Her green ability is just another basic, is like a very basic spread shot, for lack of a better word, where she just hits a person or hits people more than once. Again, other people do that job better. Her blue ability is a blind. Other people have that and can either do more damage or can get access to a blind earlier and just do her job better. And then her violet ability is entirely dependent on her taking damage in order to buff her own damage, or to, like, buff her team's damage, which she's so squishy that it's never worth it. So I'm not sure. Like, I have, like, gone through, like, different tier lists. I've gone through kind of different scenarios, and I'm trying to think of a way where she can be viable in late game, and I feel like she's, in best case, she's a niche PvP pick if you want to use her as a marksman against, like, heavy physical damage comps. But worst case, she's just completely, like, dumpster tier. Like, I can't find a way to incorporate her well into any kind of composition or pack where she can be, like, even reasonably viable. Just because there are, like, she's fine for, to get you through the early stages of the game. I feel like she's fine to get you through the first few levels of Outlands when you use her against the spider boss Elissa, but she's just so squishy, and her damage, I feel like, just doesn't keep up by the time you get other options to use for Elissa. That she gets eclipsed by Kira, she gets eclipsed by Ginger, she gets eclipsed by Daredevil, and then by then, like, if you get Martha, you really don't have a need for her because you could use the healing. I don't know. I feel like she just doesn't really seem like a good fit in any kind of comp. Artemis has a meh ult, but it gets fixed via Ascension. The rest of her kit can be brutal, especially with the support of Sebastian. But the thing is that if you're using Sebastian, so I feel like the main reason that you're using Sebastian is one, because of his ability to completely nullify crowd control, right? Like to nullify blinds and like enemy CC. But you're also using him to buff critical hits and critical hit chance for people, right? Which you already can do for like Zhu. Like you can already do that for Zhu. You can do that for Ginger. You can do that for I don't think Kira. I think Kira needs armor penetration, but like basically Artemis like so in that best case scenario, you can use her as like a fill-in until you get Zhu. Which I mean, okay, great, but I feel like that's not really a reason to invest in her that much. Just because, again, just like yet another case of she just gets overtaken by someone else later. But again, this is strictly my humble opinion. Like he also adds bonus damage to crits, but again, like you have other marksmen who just do a better job with that and have naturally better kits like Zhu, like Ginger, that they fit the bill better than Artemis can. On top of the fact that she gets a shitty ult, like a shitty Violet thing. And look, I have not invested in her enough. I haven't like gotten too deep into Ascension to know. So look, it's very possible that I could be dead wrong when it comes to it. But just based on my own experience and just based on like looking at numbers and like seeing her versus seeing Zhu, for example, I just feel like Zhu would just be a better option as a whole, especially paired with Sebastian or like paired with Isaac. I just feel like there are just better options than Artemis. Like I'm sure she has like her very niche situations where you can use her, but to put too much effort into like building her up, I feel like it's not worth it as a whole. But again, just like what's the best way to phrase it? It's not that she is completely and utterly useless. Like it's I wouldn't call her like complete like don't touch her tier. It just takes more work, I guess you can say. It is probably the best way that I can put it. It takes more work. Agreed. Like as like a second, like maybe like I guess a secondary damage dealer as a secondary kind of just like a fill-in, she can do an okay job. I feel like she gets overtaken by bigger and better options down the line, especially as you get into later game. Like once you get Zhu, like if you can build up Kira, if you can it just becomes very niche and very dependent on enemy composition, where like her viability starts to be called into question. On top of the fact that like especially if you ask like Misty for example, physical damage comps are just lagging very far behind magical damage comps, that like it just sets them behind even further, and that's just even less of a reason to use people like Artemis, like Zhu, unless it specifically calls for them. Which I also have noticed myself. Like, not that physical is like completely not viable. Of course it is. You have people like Zhu, you have people like Sebastian, you have people like Isaac, you have people like Dante, where absolutely you need that physical damage. You have people like Jorgen who buff that physical damage. But just as a whole, it feels like magical damage compositions just are so much more viable and are so much more popular, I guess is a good way to put it. Oh, hey, we're 20 now. Sweet. And I can actually use Maya's blue ability. Yay for more crowd control. It's a beautiful thing. Nexus has always had a massive bias for mages. Took them forever to have a proper counter to them. Even then, it's like, even that counter is fairly difficult to pull off. Like, it takes a lot of investment. But I definitely have noticed that. Have definitely noticed that they definitely love their mages. They definitely have a hard-on for them. Oh no! Well, it's a good thing we have a lot of emeralds to get all of the energy in the world. Buff up our people much as we like. Aside from level limits. So then I'll ask you, what do you view as like a main counter for magic heavy compositions? Like, you have you're facing a composition of I don't know, who are a couple of examples. Like, you have compositions centered around Lars Krista, or you have Orion Helios Faceless. Who would you view as like the best counter to that? Oh my god. Look at all the artifacts. That's gonna drive me nuts. I keep seeing the skin scale notification and I'm just like, please, please, for God's sake, oh my god. You use the meta team for Asht to take mage heavy comps down. So that's Isaac, Jew, Nebula, Sebastian, Martha. Case of the twins, you swap from Martha to Dorian. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I see that comp freaking everywhere. Like, all the fucking time. Makes sense, makes sense. Jew teams used to be rare for hipsters like me, but the addition of Asgard pushed everyone towards it, so now everyone is running it. I have noticed that, especially for the Arc Demon fight for the whole Happy Birthday Dominion shit, or whatever the hell, the 7th anniversary. Literally, that's literally every single team's top damage. Like, literally, rank 1 through 5 on my mains server was that team. So, I guess that, you know, kind of makes sense. Give me a core, damn it! Ya bastards! Want the cores! I want the Michael cores! It's not giving me the Michael cores. Chaos core, whatever the fuck they're called. I'll have to actually check that comp myself on my main whenever it's considered tomorrow, I guess, because I was running it like earlier meaning like 10 o'clock last night or in the morning, something like that, like a few hours ago. I don't know if it's technically considered tomorrow to try running that comp, because I tried a different one at first, and I got the requirements of it done in order to get like these 6 rewards for doing like the amount of damage, but like the max amount where I think everyone was pushing like 640 million. I have not reached there yet. I think I got to like 335. So I'll have to try with that specific 5 in order to see like exactly how it runs and see exactly like what makes it work so well. Let's see. I mean you're getting I can see you're getting like a bunch of like crit, armor pen, attack damage. You're still getting you're getting massive heals from Martha, you're getting off heals from Nebula, you're getting like boosted stats from Nebula's autos. I'm still not overly familiar with Isaac's kit. I'm gonna have to play him a bit more to really get familiar with it. It kind of reminds me of Rumble from League of Legends, where it's like it's one of those things where it's like it scales up the more he attacks. But as far as like specific details, I'm not sure exactly how. So just gotta play it more. I am getting like ass blasted. I'm not just I guessing it's probably because I am just not getting like Astaroth is just not a tanky boy. He kind of goes spleesh. Especially against magic comps. Did I level? Okay, yeah, I was wondering like why are they level 23 now? It's because I leveled. Yay, look at us. Been on up in the world. Deluxe apartment. We're moving on up. You're level 24. Master. The others are like level 28, level 30. Scaling on the Osh meta team is pretty insane. If I can actually get Isaac properly like scaled up and invested in, then I would love to try it myself. I would love to see how exactly it goes. Although admittedly my team is only like in the 80s. It is not 130. It is not maxed out yet. I still got a long way to go. Just because, again, ADHD. So I can never focus enough to actually stay and like level people properly. Then again, I just, that was like my first account and I had no idea what the hell I was doing. So to be fair, I still like struggle and I'm still learning. So I mean, fucking hell, I have Galahad at 5 stars. Galahad. Like, what? So, needless to say, I have a lot to figure out and a lot to learn still, which is, why I'm happy to like go on different servers and like test things out and all that. So, but I am, as the kids say, I am slowly but surely getting good. Zhu is pretty complex as a hero. He planned to do a full-fledged guide on him someday. He seems I actually like Zhu is actually I have a decent handle on him. Like I'm fairly familiar with him, but like he kind of reminds me of like a couple of different people. Like he's kind of like Tryndamere from League of Legends, but he's also like more closely related to Zul'jin from Heroes of the Storm. Just because of his like immunity, his boosted attack speed, his bonus to like how amazing he is with someone who gives him extra crit, his armor penetration. Like, it's pretty fucking bonkers. I do like him. I do like using him. I would be happy, though, to see your guide. I guess I need to make 2 of these, so I should probably get... I like how Phobos overtakes Mojo almost strictly because of the skill points. Although I think even just getting it to 15, even just minor upgrades to his skill, should put him at a pretty decent point. Actually, well over Phobos now. Yeah, 2706, 2706. He is the same as my tank. Beautiful. Feel like Zhu is based on Dota 2's Troll Warlord. I have not touched Dota 2 in a very, very, very long time, so I will take your word for it. But it would not surprise me because fucking this game just rips off everything. Just rips off, like, I feel like all games just rip off of each other. Let's be honest. Games rip off games. There is like next to no such thing as originality anymore. They basically just all kind of collaborate, like, yeah, we're just gonna take each other's ideas and make everything popular, and we're just gonna fucking go with it. If they have a problem, they can, like, suck our dick. Basically how it goes. Rips off Diablo, LOL, StarCraft, Dota, WoW. Nothing safe at all. But, like, even, like, I mean, let's face it, LOL rips off of WoW. WoW rips off of other shit. Like, they kind of just all dip into each other's markets just to make their own games better and shit. It's kind of just how it goes, man. Or I need one more ticket to get the 10 ticket question. Little bit more to go. No wonder gaming copyright lawsuits are impossible. Yeah. No one gives a fuck about those. I have 11 to get me a boosted Arachne. I need it. I need the boosted Spider Lady. I need boosted Kerrigan. Riot once sued some rip-off company for Mobile Legend. Barely got anything out of it, so they were forced to enter the mobile gaming market themselves. I remember that. That was pretty much the whole reason why they made Wild Rift. Basically just completely pushed them out. I remember that. That was some shit. Damn it, now I actually have to pay attention now that I'm kind of getting out-leveled. I actually have to be careful. Oh god. Nope. Too late. That way too late. I'm gonna have to do this mission like manually. Although to be fair, I'm 2 levels down, so I feel like it's just gonna be regardless. But let's see if I actually manually activate these skills. Maybe I can actually stand a better shot. See if it makes any kind of difference at all. Much. Look what happens when I actually try hard. assholes are actually making me try. How dare you? Actually making me try and pay attention and not just go on fucking autopilot. How dare you? Y'all are horrible. Now, granted, Wild Rift has, like, nowhere near the popularity that just the regular PC platform has, but at the same time, they're also pushing League of Legends, like, kind of off to the side because I think they're trying to slowly prioritize Valorant because we all know shooters are just the mainstay of gaming and esports and all of that good shit because something guns. And, you know, you, for some reason, for some weird, strange reason, appealing to little 8-year-olds with, like, shooting people in the head with AK-47s appeals much more than, you know, any kind of MOBA genre. Because that's just too complicated, and B, that is just clearly way too boring for a poor 12-year-old to just, like, grasp and ever hope to gravitate towards. How dare you, you filthy plebs. We have a 4-star Arachne and a 4-star Celeste. I'm not addicted, I swear. I don't know what you're talking about. No idea what you are talking about. Let's see, I can create it for 18,000 or I can buy it for 3,600. Yeah. Yeah. That seems like a pretty easy decision. Oh, no wonder. I'm not scaling up my flame veil. I done goof. I done made a boop. Also, we can get Teemo. I mean, Heidi. I will still never, like, fully comprehend or understand because I've always known Heidi to be a girl's name, but Heidi's a boy. I'm just like, okie dokie. Whatever you say, boss people. would love to be able to use Heidi because I do love his true damage. Or, excuse me, pure damage. But, 1 star. 1 star is poop. 1 star is very, very poop. And he is also extremely squishy. Like 2 hits and he just goes poof. He is a very squishy monkey. Oh hey, we can hit level 25 now. Beautiful. Well, at least we got the chance for him to get true damage. Sad thing about Flaming Veil is that it will fall off eventually. It's basically non-existent alt endgame. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I've kind of learned and realized as much myself. That's why I gravitate so much towards wanting to use Aurora. Just because her mitigation just completely outclasses Astaroth by the time you hit mid-late game. And look, I understand that, like, you have to make Heidi squishy because of the amount of pure damage that he does, on top of the fact that, like, he can be one of the most evasive units in the game because of how high his dodge rating can be, especially if he activates Spy Cameo for a while. But try using him in Outland against that orc boss, and he just gets absolutely slammed in like 2 hits. It's like, oh, that's not fun. He basically can't do any damage because he can never stay alive. It's kind of pathetic. It's really sad. Expecting them to give him a health skin at some point, the same way they gave Dante a health skin. I mean, guess you could. Because is that and I guess he does kind of deserve one. I mean, he has 2 magic attack skins, but I feel like they're so hesitant on giving him a health skin because he's someone who's supposed to be in like mid to back line. So he shouldn't be someone that should be taking a lot of damage as it is, unless it's from AoE. And I feel like if you give him a health skin, then I don't know. I feel like that would kind of push him kind of over the edge as far as pairing him and Dante together. That would just make them like so fucking strong. Whereas as it is, you can make like, you know, I mean, look what they did with Dante. They gave him a dodge skin, they gave him a health skin, they gave him damage skin. You can literally have him as your main tank, but still watch him one-shot people. I feel like they're kind of scared that the same thing would kind of happen with Heidi on top, like, or you could just like stack it with Dante, that it would just make that composition like extremely fucking strong. So maybe, but I feel like that might push him over the edge. But I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we would just have to see how it goes. I'm trying to. I know he could theoretically start to overtake. Dante is one of their few truly successful reworks. He used to be a weak meme before then. So I've heard. And now everyone's on his dick. Like, especially him, like, putting him as a tank and just watching his dodge and just sorry, my mind is kind of going spleesh because I am very hungry and very tired. You just have him as your frontline tank, and he just dodges everything, gets energy for free, launches his spears for free, and on top of the fact that he just has a million things of damage, especially when you pair him with Sebastian and Isaac, it's like, oh my fucking god. And then pair him with Iris for more damage, and it's like, oh god. Well, I'll have to take your word for it. I have not seen footage of old Dante, but he is a fucking menace now. I know that much. I'll have to take your word for it. But I feel like there are always people like that who, like, it's like you get used to how how a character's kit is, right? And so you learn to enjoy it. And then when it changes, it's like, oh, well, fuck. Like, regardless if it's like better, worse, whatever the case may be, it's like you're used to it. So it's like, ah, shit, well, now I gotta get used to it all over again. Oh, I can actually get the books now. Magic defense, magic attack. I definitely want that. Definitely want that. Definitely want that. He used to be a support hero with high survivability and low damage. What? So, like, was his dodge thing meant to strictly be a buffer for Aurora or some shit? Like, is that why there are still so many people who like to pair Dante with Aurora? Is that why? Now he's uber aggressive. Much less durability and supportive capability. And, like, the thing is like, he still has fair durability, especially with his dodge buff and being able to have more health and more dodge with all of his artifacts and everything like that. I feel like his survivability is actually perfectly fine. I would say less supportive, like fewer supportive capabilities, I would agree with, but durability, I would actually argue that it's still maybe not as, you know, high as maybe it once was before the rework. Again, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but I would still argue that his survivability is still very high. They fixed his durability with the health skin. I mean, yeah. That's why I'm worried about Heidi, that the same thing would kind of happen. That, like, the potential would start to be there to put Heidi with Dante, and you have two people with extremely high health and dodge values, just nuking people either with extremely high physical damage in Dante's case, or extremely high pure AoE damage in Heidi's case. Which either case is already, like, that just sounds very, very dangerous. They're cracking down on Dante now, so his strong dominance will likely not last much longer. I mean, I'm not going to be mad about it. He has been an absolute terror. Like, to be fair, he has been a menace in PvP. All right, I do apologize. I have to take a break. I need to go pee again because I had 2 giant cups of coffee, and I need to get some food because I'm like starving, which is weird because I ate even before I started streaming and before I started work. But I am just like getting dizzy with how hungry I am, and I don't know why. So, and it's making me like lose focus like crazy. A big move to counter him was adding armor skins to Phobos and Morrigan. Yeah, Corvus, Morrigan, Phobos is actually like fucking huge, I've noticed. Like it's like one of the more fun compositions that I've seen actually. I'm never sure who to put as the 4th and 5th person, but having those 3 has been like so much fun for me, I found. Like I actually enjoy it very much. Like don't get me wrong, my main team is still centered around Aurora and mages, but Corvus, Morrigan, Phobos like is still like very very fun. Just watching them get uber tanky. I just need to figure out who I should consistently be putting as the 4th and 5th person. Like whether it's Martha, whether it's Jorgen, I'm never really sure. But let me get some food because I'm starting to fade here. I will be back in a little while. That is so much better. Given that I've been up since like technically I've been up since like 11 o'clock last night. Tried falling back asleep, but I think I was up again at like 2, basically since. I guess you can basically consider this my lunchtime. I guess. Messed up sleep schedule? I don't know what you mean. I have no idea what you're talking about. Joke's on you. I need to sleep in order to have a sleep schedule. Well, technically, I'm perfectly fine. I don't know what you're talking about. See, that's what I figure. That's how I look at it. Sleep is for the weak. Or sleep is for the guiltless, if you ask Yasuo. It's all on perspective. It all depends on who you ask. One day, though, I'll be able to actually, like, level up my people and actually grow properly on my main server and account and all that. You know, use what I know now to go back and fix the horrible habits that I got into on my poor little newbie account. One day. But until then, I'll just use what the hell I know on other newbie servers. That way I could just conquer, like, you know, conquer them, become rank 1, and just conquer every single one by one. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Honestly, it just gives me a more reason and excuse to actually stream and play it properly. Because why the hell not? I feel like, other than, like, I feel like there are, like, next to no people who actually stream this game on Twitch that, like, it gives me an excuse. Because a bunch of people stream it on YouTube, and that's where pretty much all of the market is. But to be able to actually make a living on Twitch as well? Yeah, why the hell not? It would be nice. Struggling. We are on the struggle bus. Choo choo. I did notice he moved to YouTube/Facebook. Yeah. I never see him on Twitch. The only people that I really see on Twitch are either very small time, or there's one I hate to generalize and just say Asian because I don't know exactly what ethnicity. I want to say, I don't think Vietnamese, Indonesian. I'm not 100% sure. There's like one chick who is pretty popular with it, but beyond that, it's actually very small time here. But all the big people are on YouTube. Misty, Central, Evolution. Eagle Eye. Let's see, 25, 28, 30s, those 30s. Technically, I could have use that'll happen with. Let's see. I guess I can just try and sneak in some experience. For our poor Kayla that we do want to use in PvP, but basically has no place in PvE at all. Because, yeah, she's just going to jump into a backline where everyone is gathered and 4 people are going to focus on her and just the fuck out of her. But, you know. Better AD people around her and to really use her, though. Especially if I invest anything into, like, her artifacts or anything like that. It's like, okay, she gives bonus physical damage when she uses Phoenix Fury. And it's like, and she uses it very often. But who the hell is she gonna boost? Artemis? Kira? Galahad? What? No, those are terrible choices. Although, I mean, Kira's not bad. Kira's actually a decent, Kira's actually a decent option. I actually can't talk shit about Kira. Kira's actually pretty good. I just don't know if I want to invest that much into her. But she is actually pretty good. She's a level. I mean, let's be honest. She's a good leveling. Especially once you get her blue ability. Oh my god. Her Ricochet. Fucking brilliant. It's beautiful. Beautiful sight to behold. If I'm not mistaken, her artifact bonus is Armor Pen, which just makes people like Kayla and Ching Mao just even better. Now, granted, for the majority of campaign, I'm still going to be using, like, my magic people, because I clearly need, like, 2 or 3 healers to keep poor Astaroth alive. Here's alright, just too skin heavy. Yeah. like I said, like she can be decent, just it takes her a while to scale up. I do like her damage output in campaign though, especially when you put her with physical people. It's like her ricochet just melts through mobs like crazy. It's actually very nice. Unfortunately, if you only have her at 1 star, but you have like 4 or 5 other people who are 2 or 3 or above, she's just very like bleh. Yeah, I've noticed that too. That she dominates in PvE, but in PvP she gets dumpstered. I have definitely felt that and noticed that. She's another one of she's like a better version of Artemis in that sense. Like she's like very niche as far as where you can use her in PvP. Like her silence is good, her ricochet and AoE are decent, but she's just there are better marksman options, there are better crowd control options. Like the most that you can maybe do is like abuse her like if she is higher level than a mage composition, then you can use the silence on her first ability to pretty good effect. But beyond that, like she's pretty squishy, and again, there are just better options. She kind of suffers the same problems that Artemis does. She was reworked in 2018, and at the time she was top tier. I can believe it, but she eventually fell out of favor, fell off from. Yeah, I can believe it. I can see it. Definitely makes sense. It's unfortunate because I do like her kit. I love her in PvE. I love her in Outland, but just she does not have a good fit in PvP. She does not have a good fit in competitive. Funnily enough, pre-work Kira was very similar to pre-work Dante. I am not sure how I feel about that. Because I am, when it comes to this, I am just full-fledged, like, Zoomer. I have no idea what any of it is, and I feel so bad. Oh, God! No! I got fucking nuked because I'm, like, so behind because Astaroth is so bad! Oh my God, he's so bad! He is just too bad! Where's Aurora? I need Aurora! Give me Aurora, like, right now! Like, right now! This is just too bad! She had a lot of team support like Dante. The main difference between the two was that Kira had actual damage, but had less survivability. She still had dodge, though. Huh? Ew. Fucking ew! That is gross. Buff up the skills enough, maybe we can make up for the fact that Astaroth's early game just sucks so much ass. Actually, try this again. Once more with feeling, please. They actually shared 2 skills. Well, I know especially in mobile, there's like different kinds of like synergies and all of that. Was that the case? Like, did they like share a synergy or anything like that? Were they like, I think in mobile they call it like I think they were called Eternity. Like, did they share that, or I'm not 100% sure. Ah, this is long before the concept of factions. Gotcha. I see, I see. Oh, I almost have ginger. Look at that. I like how technically I am at level 2, but I don't get the quest achievement for it. Kinda sus. It's kinda sus. Both Kira and Dante had a skill that granted them complete invincibility. Both of them had the ability to boost their team members' attack speed. Well, Kira, oh wait, no, Kira only has that. Does Kira still have that, or she only has it for herself? Hold on, let me check. Because I know it's her blue ability. Kira's speed increases for 5 seconds. So now it's just her. So you're saying before it was for the whole, it was team-wide. Whereas Dante still has a team-wide effect, but now it's dodge and not attack speed. Interesting. I see, I see. I can make like 1,000,000 of these, but no one can equip them. So bad. So sad. Pretty much, although Dante only used to boost one random ally instead of the full team for whatever reason. That is fucking weird. Honestly, it sounds like there was just so much like shit going on back in the day when they were still small indie company, and now they are still small indie company, but at least with like proper I guess with evolved ideas, I guess you can say. Which is always fine and dandy. Okay, I think when we're facing people who are level 9 and level 10, I think it's safe to say that we can skip these. I think we'll be okay. Just the hunch. They claim that they're the #1 mobile developers in Europe. No. I do not reside in Europe. But, I mean, companies like that, they're going to make all kinds of claims just to market themselves and all of that good shit, so it's only fair business practice. Whether it's true is a whole different story. I have no idea. They now have shareholders to please, so that kind of sucks. I mean, that's, again, nature of business. It's especially when you're growing in a ever-increasing competitive market, you need to be able to make those kinds of moves in order to succeed, and unfortunately, it's that more often than not comes at the cost of the satisfaction of the player base. Because no matter what, no matter how many people or how many players you are probably going to piss off with certain moves, unfortunately, that doesn't change the fact that people are still going to spend money on it. People are still going to play it. People are still going to, like, recommend it, share it, advertise it, whatever the case may be. So it's unfortunately, that's just never gonna that's never gonna change. That just is what it is. And I mean, that it becomes something where you can hope and pray that you hire developers and hire designers who have a better idea than you had before in order to make the game succeed and improve, instead of just stay completely and utterly stagnated. And I would say, just based on what you're telling me, I would say that it's succeeded in that regard, although it has failed in others. Looking at you, Guild Dungeon. Fucking hell. But I would say, at least as far as character design and, like, you know, champion design and all that, I would say that they've done a pretty decent job. I don't know how often they rework people, release people. I'm still kind of, like, becoming familiar with that myself. Like, I don't know who their newest hero is. Like, I don't know if it's Mushy Shroom. I don't know if it's Kayla Aiden. I don't know if it's Amira. I have no idea. But I mean, Nexus really looked out on the pandemic. It boosted the numbers like crazy. I mean, I can imagine. You have something where you're literally encouraged to socially distance and just play a game where you can safely practice social distancing. You don't have to worry about, like, you know, it's a fully remote PvP game that you can take on multiple servers and platforms. It is literally worldwide. Like, it has a global outreach. So, I mean, I can imagine that it would become wildly successful. Their marketing on platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat has been wildly successful, especially with, like, their commercials and their ads. Like, and just, like, I would say that was really I would argue that was really a driving factor in what has made them so popular and successful, was really their Facebook advertising. Because everyone thought that it was just all about like the whole mini games and all of that, about like you know, people figuring out that they have no concept of math. Meanwhile, the game is actually has next to nothing to do with it. It's just basically an auto battling Final Fantasy Genshin Impact, which is still thoroughly enjoyable. But it's interesting how that all worked out. But like games like that, games like Candy Crush, games like whatever the hell, like basically anything along like AFK Arena, like Evany, have just been wildly successful over games like that were like socially popular, like Pokemon Go, because, well, you can't really play Pokemon Go because of social restrictions and everything like that. Whereas this, you can literally just sit home and play all day and not have to worry about jack shit. No? Like, it only made sense. Oh, hey, we're level 25. We can abuse Outland now. Woo. Ooh. 1, 2, 8, 9. Oh my god, that is a shit ton of gold. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like. Fake ads really skyrocketed their popularity. You think they even reached #1 in App Store, Google Play at one point? Oh, I can believe it. I can absolutely believe it. Whoever was behind their marketing campaigns on social media websites like Facebook and shit with those ads, even to this day, they're still going extremely strong. Like, whoever like did that has been fucking brilliant. Like, that was a brilliant fucking move. Mushy Shroom is their most recent hero. I thought so, because that was for their that was when I like first started playing, like about a month or so ago, a month and a half, something like that. I know they made a big deal about it, and then anytime I face it, it's like, oh my god, they are fucking broken. Oh god. I don't want to use them. I mean, I want to use Kayla, but I do not want to use fucking Galahad. No. Okay, I kind of want to use Kira, but I don't want to use Artemis. No. I am stuck fighting this bastard. Ugh. They got slammed down by lawsuits once for offering misleading ads. Surprisingly, they keep doing it. I'm sure they do, because technically they're not misleading. It's just mini games that they advertise. So technically they're not. It's not anything that's misleading. They're just showing you one very small aspect of the game, but technically it is an aspect of the game. Technically it does exist. So that's probably how they get the lawsuits dismissed. Because of stupid ass loopholes like that. Which is fucking dumb. It is fucking dumb. But it is legal. It is, well, rather, it is not illegal in the way that they do it, is probably a better way to put it. Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. Autos don't work, god damn it. Hit the pig. Kill the pig. Oh, did they lose it? I have not done enough research, so I apologize. I am very new to all of this. Oh, I call bullshit. They should have died. They should have died sooner, before they got that charge off. Son of a bitch. Actually, I feel like Celeste is a horrible option here. This might be unironically like a better time for either Heidi or Fu. Just because Celeste is a good healer, but at the moment she does like no damage at all. Like actually none. I just hope that Heidi doesn't like instantly get nuked. Although I don't think that's gonna happen until like maybe like a level 35 Brog or anything like that. Maybe level 30 is when we'll start running into issues. I think just to get these first few out of the way, I think we should be. Yeah, because even Maya's flower does decent enough healing. It is. Agreed. It does take them a while, I've noticed. Like even like level 20 something, I can like level 25, level 26, I can handle like level 35, 38. Or at least when it comes to Brog, because I feel like that's like, you know, you have the most people in order to handle it. Like you already have like 5, 6, 7 different options in order to handle it. Whereas the other bosses, you have like one, maybe two or three, if you're lucky, that can handle them. You know? I still have 4 hours until I can open this. Ugh. Ugh. So annoying. So in. I'm like at a weird in between where I'm like starting to fall behind in campaign because I'm like 4 levels down, 5 levels down, 6 levels down. And like maybe if I'm lucky I can handle these mobs, but I need to be very careful. But I also can't really go like just raiding random levels for equipment because I'm still like 3 levels away from actually being able to equip anything. So it's like, what the fuck? What do I do? Well, it's a good thing I have 3 different healers that can handle the job. So at least I have that. Oh, definitely. 100% agree. I would be kind of screwed if I was like only stuck with Thea. Like I would be so screwed. Like it would be such a problem. Hell, even just Thea and Mojo, like that was just oof. You were stuck with just Thea back then? That sounds so fucking rough. Especially because like her heals have decent numbers, but they're too slow, and then she does no damage. So it's like, fuck, you can't burst them, you can't wait for her to heal, and she doesn't get enough energy in order to heal faster because she does no damage, and so she gets no last hits, and so she gets no energy, and so she can't heal, and so your people die faster, and it just sounds like a horrible cycle. That just all of that sounds horrible, and I am so sorry. Back then, her heals had lower. Oh God. So she just had lower numbers as a whole. Oh my God. That just sounds horrible. So basically, what you're telling me is that in order to get like consistent 3 stars on campaign missions was a fucking achievement. You either had to just blow the people the fuck up like super fast, or you had to time your shit and your heals perfectly. I am so sorry. I can imagine that is incredibly frustrating. Find some way to. It's one of the reasons why Ishmael was so overly important. Yeah, I believe it. Although even to this day, I feel like he's still pretty good overall. Like I would say, like he is still like if you're gonna try and put together a physical damage composition that's not Dante, that he kind of becomes necessary. Like he's probably your next best option. His rework saved him. How often do they rework people? I feel like that's a very like reoccurring theme. everyone just gets reworked like crazy. Let me level, damn it! Let me level! Thank you. They do a couple reworks a year on top of releasing new people. Oof. You're gonna become League of Legends at this. If the day comes, Hero Wars has 150 champions, and like 15 of them get reworked a year, that will be the day where I have to quit playing. Because, gotta tell you, even 60 feels like a lot. Even 60-something feels like a lot. They used to do reworks more frequently. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no, that's terrible. Please, no. None of that sounds fun at all. That sounds like... I mean, I also can't say shit. I can't complain. Freaking League of Legends has their competitive balance patches every 2 weeks. So I can't say shit about the frequency, but still, like, whole, like, reworks of people sounds fucking annoying. Especially if it happens so frequently. The old heroes mainly, since they're the ones generating the least revenue. I mean, yeah. If they're the least popular, if they, like, just fall out of favor and stuff like that, yeah, it makes sense. I feel like it's a fairly common practice. League of Legends has that with, like, they're trying to rework Skarner. They've reworked Ezreal a couple of times. They've reworked Ryze like 5-6 times. Although they'll also do some shit where will release one champion, like they released Yuumi, I think 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they've already reworked her because she's the most popular champion for a while. I guess it's fairly common practice, especially if it becomes necessary. So you can do it for people who haven't been touched for a while, or you can do it for people who just literally spice it up. I feel like you can kind of make excuses for both. Alright, time to two-man Vajar. Why the fuck not? Glad they boosted Thea, now she's valid pick for a secondary healer. I mean, she's still pretty good. I would definitely say, like, she, you know, comes in handy at a pinch just in case you, like, need her for Grand Arena, or you need her to kind of pick up the slack in campaign or Outland or whatever the fuck. Like, she's still good for PvE. I would still not maybe rely on her in PvP, especially in mid-late game. But I mean, when you're climbing up, I would still say she's still a pretty good option. She still has like situations and like certain compositions where she can still be useful, especially with her silence. I actually like absolutely love her silence. You put that into like especially in a comp with a lot of magi, and that actually becomes pretty damn useful. Because you can heal AoE damage and then you silence them from like from a mage's whole kit. She's actually a pretty good option. Melt faster, damn it! Thank you. I wonder who my mysterious chest is gonna have, because I've gotten a few. I've gotten Ching Mao, I've gotten Elmir, I've gotten Daredevil, I've gotten Nebula. No, wait, no, I didn't get Nebula. Nebula was regular heroic chest, and I got fucking lucky off of that. That was literally my my first account. I got fucking Nebula off of a heroic chest roll. Like, that was fucking weird. Then I stopped getting her, and I was like, no, I thought she was like normal. I thought it was like built in to get her, just like you were built to get Phobos and built to get fucking Astaroth. I was so sad. Like, what do you mean I can't get one of the most broken supports in the game just normally? What the fuck? Although now you can get Celeste. So go figure that shit out. Come on, I believe. I believe in you. Oh no! No, we failed because we only have 2 people. We suck. Oh, we suck. Rip. F in chat. F in chat for Kayla and poor Galahad. Those sorry bastards. Free Celeste for making purchases is pretty wild. We used to get Lilith. I am up in the air about Lilith, but I will agree that to be able to get Celeste for basically free, like for just like a fucking dollar. I mean, granted, it's like however much you want to spend, but basically you can get Celeste for $1. It's like, I'm sorry, excuse me? That is fucking... That's insane. Like, it is absolutely insane that you can get probably one of the most broken champs in the game for nothing. Like, it's nuts. I just need one more of either type of champ, whether it's a melee like Elmir, whether it's a range like a Daredevil. Give me something so I can actually make use of it. Yeah? Please? Please and thank you. It would be so nice. What makes it worth is that Lilith is the most controversial hero in the game. What makes her so controversial? She had the most drastic rework of all time, so a lot of people complained and demanded refunds. Oh no. Of course. Can't make everybody happy. It's just, it is what it is. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm not getting shit. That was terrible. She was a tank with very awkward mechanics for stalling and a magic defense weapon artifact. Now she's a more consistent mage with a magic penetration weapon artifact. She seems very feast or famine because if I remember correctly, she has like everything about her kit is building up her health, and then once she's at violet rank, she basically sacrifices health in order to do more damage. So it's like she reminds me a bit of Vladimir from League of Legends, or maybe Dr. Mundo. But like either way, it's like that seems like a very dangerous feast or famine type of tactic. I don't know. I mean, it sounds fun, but I don't know how viable it is. Old Lilith just kept accumulating health endlessly until she had too much health to be killed, and it was a headache for the developers to balance it. I do remember Eagle Eye talking about it and saying how fucking busted it was, so... How she was, like, at the top of every tier list, so... Okay, well that definitely explains it. Guessing it is not so much the case anymore. But I would still be interested in at least seeing, like, what it feels like. It was a situational gimmick, but some people liked it, hence the backlash. Yeah. It goes back to people don't always like change. People don't always, you know, like not being familiar with everything immediately, especially with something that they're familiar with. You know, it's especially if they've been familiar with it for a while and it was so strong and they wanted to take advantage of it and all that. It's like all of a sudden you're just changing their whole routine. How dare you? So they must oppose change because that's just how dare you. Question worth 10 tickets. Which hero transforms into a cat in one of their skins? What? Chaba? I had to think through them like, what the fuck? And of course, it had to be Chaba because I don't own Chaba, so that's literally the only one that I could think of. I am glad that my guess is amazing. All right, let's see. Which season doesn't offer energy recovery ×3 as a reward? Oh, God. What? Oh, God, I have no idea. Let's see. Energy recovery ×3. Astral? Oh my God, I was right! Lucky guesses. Lucky guesses. Okay, I get a million things of gold. I get guild stuff that I can't use. Decent artifacts. Some of them I can't use just yet. Others I can. I'm getting a bunch of gold. It's pretty sweet. But the enchantment runes I can't use until level 30. Unfortunate. Are we going to... Can we survive against all of these heroes who are level 30 even though we're 28? I guess we'll see. Ow, that stun hurt. That stun actually hurt a lot. Ooh. Clutch shield. Very clutch shield, if I do say so myself. Ow. Oh no, they're gonna fucking kill Astaroth. No. No. Wait, she didn't have enough energy to transform back? That actually could have saved him. I'm so sad. That actually could have saved him. I was misled. I am so sad. I actually thought that Celeste had enough energy to immediately switch back so that way she could give him the healing sphere. Life sphere, I think it's called. Yeah, I know that. I thought she had cuz she was at like I thought she was at full energy when I swapped. So I thought that she could have I could have immediately swapped back in order to give Astaroth the healing sphere right before he died. But apparently I was mistaken. Which is unfortunate. But oh well. I still win the mission regardless, but still would have been nice. Definitely would have been nice. Wondering if not really a matter of champion. I feel like it's more a matter of skill points and shit. Activator. Problem. Better look like that. See. Wait, the stun didn't hit? That's unfortunate. We have a better shot of actually getting the 3-star here. Even just the increased healing from Celeste's orbs should... There we go. There's our 3-star. Still a little messy, but so... Not the worst in the world. Beautiful. Survive this. 4 levels below? Maybe. As long as we time the abilities. There we go. Let's completely mute her healing. Mute the vampirism. That was actually easier than the than like 2 missions ago. That was actually very, very easy. Rarity Town, we don't care about rarity. Damn it. Need one more ticket. Need one more ticket. Give me my ticket. Nah, I can't. I can't do it, man. Oh, man. Oop. Getting hard to level, man. Oh, God. Very hard to level. So, I am 1 mission away from Getting a 5-star Arachne. That's not too shabby. But isn't her? I think isn't her 5-star upgrade like 800,000? It is. Ouch. Thank God she has so much agility. Oh my God, her autos are going to be amazing. Bless. Just bless. All of the agility, but at least she has magic attack and magic pen. Imagine if they actually swapped these out for like physical damage. Oh my God, she'd be fucking amazing. She'd be so much more like viable and useful. Not that she's not already, but like just because of the crisscross encoding. Oh gosh, she would actually be even more useful. She would be like actually like fucking amazing. Still in a weird spot because the campaign people are still like levels and levels above me. I can't get any more soul stones. Most I can do is maybe buff up people that I just really have no business buffing. At least not yet. The good old times when Arachne was supposed to be a hybrid damage dealer. Yeah, right? I mean, technically she still is. Like, her auto still hit like trucks. While she still does magic damage. But, like, if everything about her is supposed to be about magic, but you code her as agility, it's like, I'm sorry, what? Something has to give. Like, please? Something? Anything? It's just, it's a weird fucking spot. She's in such a weird spot. I am actually going to call the stream here, though, because one, I do still have some work to do, but two, I kind of want to take an early nap. Just because my eyes are, like, barely able to stay open. I will possibly be back later once, everything is kind of done and everything kind of settles down, and once I'm, you know, a little awake, maybe, possibly. But, I am going to call the stream here. I do appreciate you keeping me company. Like I said, might be back later. If I'm not, then I will just be back tomorrow. And we'll do this all again. Thanks again.